they built a city in the desert.
Yeah, with the stone. What's it called?
Mecca.
Mecca. That's right.
And you see, in the Quran,
Yeah.
it says Jesus is coming back, but this is the Islamic Jesus. And he's going to kill all Christians and Jews and promote Islam. And so that Islamic Jesus, he's of course going to be in Mecca, in the desert. And here's the warning Christ is saying, they're going to say, go out to the desert, Jesus is there. And this Islamic Jesus will be doing miracles, but by demons.
Yeah. And where's the secret chamber?
Secret chambers, I'm not sure where it's referring to, if it's talking about, oh, Christ is hiding in our temple. Oh, Christ is hiding in our synagogue over here. Oh, Christ is hiding in our Islamic over there. Wherever they have a secret.
Their secret chambers.
Yeah. I'm not sure the fullness of that one. Now, just to allude a little bit more into the subject of the last 3.5 years, let's go to 2 Thessalonians. In chapter number 2. We're going to read chapter 2, verse 1 down to verse number 12. Chapter 2, 2 Thessalonians, verse 1 to 12.
Now we beseech you,
No, go
Wanna
ahead.
read?
No, go ahead. You started.
by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit nor by word nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Hold on. Jesus here, the warning from the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
He's coming back, but you won't see him until you see the Antichrist first. The first one that must appear is the Antichrist. And now it says, the Antichrist, when he comes, the son of perdition, the word means to be lost. He's the son of the lost. This Antichrist, it's stated here in verse number 3 that there will come a falling away. And the falling away means leaving the real gospel. Leaving the teachings of the apostles. They're the fathers. The ones that had originally written our New Testament. So they're going to leave that. And they're going to fall away from that. And he's talking about Christians. Christians falling away from the real gospel. And so that we can see already. It's all over the world. The falling away. However, we don't see the Antichrist. But notice in verse number 4 where you're going to see him. He's sitting in the temple of God. So that's Jerusalem. That's where you're going to find the Antichrist. And he's calling himself God. Okay, now let's read down verse 5.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things,
And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan will, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Okay, focus. Remember, this is the last 3.5 years, the Great Tribulation, and that's all the information we have. It's not a lot.
Not much at all.
But focus for a minute here on verse number 11.
And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
Okay, so who's sending the Antichrist?
God.
God.
God, yeah.
God will send it.
God is sending a delusion,
Yes.
the Antichrist. Because in verse number 12, it's explained that they would not believe the truth.
Yeah.
Did not believe the truth.
They will not believe the truth. So because they want to be damned, God's going to give them a huge lie. Because they wouldn't accept the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They went for the pleasures in unrighteousness.
So let's see if we can finish chapter 18. Our time is gone. We're going to try to just read down from where we left off. I think it was verse 19. So just 20 to 24. And then next week we know we're reading chapter 19.
And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the seas by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone, like a great milestone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And the voice of the harpers and the musicians, and of the pipers and the trumpeters, shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of the milestone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and in the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for the merchants were the great men of the earth, for all the sorcerers were all nations deceived, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of the saints and all of that were slain upon the earth.
Now, here's the second reason, a huge reason, why Israel is Babylon. God found all these faults with Babylon. Yes, you know.
Is Israel Jerusalem?
Yeah,
Mother of harlot.
that's a part of it, not all of it. It's
It's like
many
a city.
more areas around that little nation.
Jerusalem is like a city like Toronto
But
and Ontario.
look momentarily to verse 24. Let's read it again, because this is the second strongest prophecy as to why the Jews are Babylon, the harlot. verse 24.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Now, we could say, like many people, Rome has killed millions of Christians. The blood of saints and prophets, it's in her. And we can point to Rome. But when it says all, the word all, from the foundation of the world, all that were slain upon the earth. So we're talking about righteous people
Yeah.
from the very beginning were killed
Yeah.
by this harlot.
Uh-huh.
So let's go to Matthew 23. As the Lord Jesus condemns Israel as the one that has killed all the righteous people all the way back to Abel, the first righteous man after Adam.
Yeah.
And he's pointing to Israel. Matthew 23, in verse number 34, in verse number 35.
Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily.
So doesn't that tie it
Yeah.
in so easy for you to understand?
Yes, it does.
Christ is pointing to Israel. And he's saying all the righteous blood shed upon the earth is required of you. And that's what's written here about Babylon, the mother of harlots, that she's killed all the righteous from the beginning of the world.
Yes.
Now, if somebody questions you that maybe it's not talking about the Jews, okay, let's read these last two verses, 36 and 37.
Surely I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them, which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and he would not. Behold,
So there you have it.
your house is left desolate. Sorry.
You can't imagine
Took that part, didn't you?
that it's anybody other than Israel.
No, it's so clear there.
You
I
can't
love this verse. I love
misconstrue.
that verse so much.
You can't misunderstand.
37, yeah. I love that verse.
Wow.
So thank God our Bible study
Jerusalem, Jerusalem.
is complete.
Thou
Okay.
hast slain
Lynn?